Do you have a list of LEGO sets that you want so badly, but some obstacle in life is holding you back from obtaining them? Well, I do too, and it seems the older I get, the more obstacles there are. Today, I want to share with you my Holy Grail LEGO sets that I would buy right now, if not for the price and life getting in the way. These are not super rare, nor the most expensive sets, but all sentimental to me as I built the soon-to-be named sets with my dad as a kid. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and now let's get into the list. My first Holy Grail, which is probably the most obtainable out of the three, would be the Skeleton's Prison Carriage Set 7092. This set was released in June of 2007 and was on store shelves for a little over a year, ending its run at the end of 2008. This set originally released brand new for only 20 USD, but now goes for around 120 USD, which is a rather large increase. I remember this one being a complimentary piece to my third Holy Grail, so stay tuned to hear which one that is. I remember the playability of this one also being through the roof, and this was long before I collected LEGO, so I did play with it a ton. The set features 5 total minifigures, with 2 of them being exclusive to the set. 3 are skeletons, and the 2 exclusive ones are the knights included with it. Pulling the carriage are 3 skeleton horses, and it's crazy when you think this is what 20 USD used to get you. I know not everyone is a fan of the fantasy era of the castle theme, but being the perfect age to play with it when it was released, I really saw no problems with that era. My second Holy Grail set would be an Indiana Jones set. Specifically, the Temple of the Crystal Skull set 7627. Again, this is one that as a kid, my dad and I built together. While the movie was a little lacking, whenever this set was released, it was and maybe still is the best LEGO Indiana Jones set that we've ever gotten. This set was released in May of 2008 and ran on store shelves all the way until the end of 2009. Originally, the price of the set was 80 USD, but nowadays this set brand new can be found for 330 USD. This still is substantially lower than the price of my third Holy Grail, which will be coming up shortly. What I loved about this set though as a kid was the playability of it, much like the other sets I am listing. There was so much going on in this set, it seemed like the possibilities were endless for what you wanted to do with it while playing. Included in the set is 10 different minifigures, with 4 of them being unique to this set. This was one of my favorite parts as a kid because Indiana Jones at the time was one of my favorite movie characters, as I watched the movies all the time with my dad whenever I was younger. For the original MSRP of 80 USD, with the inclusion of 10 minifigures and 929 total pieces, this set was a great deal. This is with one of the pieces being a humongous base plate, which makes that price point a little bit sweeter. Nowadays, I don't even want to think what they would charge for a set like this, albeit it would probably include much more detail than this one. My third Holy Grail, again another fantasy era castle set, would be a set released in the same wave as the last, and that is the Skeleton Tower set 7093. This set was released again in June of 2007 and was on store shelves for a little over a year, ending its run too at the end of 2008. This set originally released at an MSRP of 50 USD, but now brand new can be found for the lowest around 450 USD, which is an even more absurd price hike than the first set. For the original 50 USD, though, this set was a steal as a kid. I remember it being my favorite set for playability, especially when paired with the Skeleton's Prison Carriage, like I mentioned earlier. Coming again with 5 minifigures, this one features one of my favorite minifigures I had as a kid, being the Evil Wizard. The Skeleton Tower is definitely one of the stronger sets from the fantasy sub-theme, and for its original MSRP is insane to think that this is what 50 USD could get you back in 2007 to 2008. This will probably be the first one out of the 3 that I try to buy. It doesn't have to be brand new, but I would like to buy an example with the original box still intact. Wrapping up my list, we'll go over it one more time just a little more quickly. My first holy grail and the most obtainable out of the 3 is the Skeleton's Prison Carriage, set 7092, which I will look to get probably after buying the Skeleton Tower. Secondly, I have Indiana Jones Temple of the Crystal Skull, set 7627, which was actually one of the last LEGO sets I had gotten as a kid, but up there with one of the coolest. One day I hope to add this one again to my collection, though it is not as important as getting the castle sets that I have mentioned. Speaking of, again, my third and final holy grail is the Skeleton Tower, set 7093, which I remember fondly from being a kid and playing with the most out of the 3 mentioned sets. This, like I said, will be the first I try to buy and bring a review of to the channel in my usual fashion, so that is sure to be a fun video. That is all of my holy grails. Thank you to everyone who watched the video and stuck around until this point. If you enjoyed the video, consider dropping it a like, subscribing to my channel, and sticking around for new videos coming in the future. If you have any feedback or anything you'd like to add, then do so in the comments below. Until next time, happy LEGO hunting and stay crazy.